I want to talk about a part that happened to me. It's in my book, and it's called Terror Drive. Um, I was on my way to work, and I was taken off the side of the road, and it's in the book. And I'm not going to go over the whole event, but I want to get to a point when I was brought aboard this hovercraft. It was a small hovercraft, but the inside was quite gigantic. They had quite a control over space. In other words, when I expected this thing to be small, but it was just a big craft that took me off the side of the road. Anyway, when I was in there, these beings started showing me some, well, future events, okay? And I'm not going to get into all the future events, but I want to get to a certain point when this is one point I was actually relaxed with them and I was actually talking with them. Although they took me out of my vehicle, I still wanted to know what was going on. And I asked them who they were. And they told me that they were the angels that our scriptures speak of. That's what people of this planet have known them as. Okay, but they are otherworldly beings, basically. But people have called them angels because of religious connotations with this. So that being said, what I wanted to bring up was a part in the scriptures, actually, because this was relating to them being angels according to scriptures, okay? And the part I want to speak of, I'm going to read to you real fast here, is in Acts chapter 12, and it starts with verse 6. And this is Peter winds up in prison, okay? And I'm going to get to where after he's locked down, and I'm going to start here at verse 6 in chapter 12, and it says, the night before Peter was to be placed on trial, he was asleep, fastened with two chains between two soldiers. Others stood guard at the prison gate. Suddenly, there was a bright light in the cell, and an angel of the Lord stood before Peter. I'm going to stop there. This being literally appeared in a light, and it basically beamed into this cell where Peter was. This is an extraterrestrial being that most people think of, okay? Well, back in the day, they considered them angels, okay? That's the only thing, because they didn't know anything about anything else other than humans here in this world. So everything else had to be heavenly or divine of some sort. But anyway, this being actually came into the cell and beamed into the cell where Peter was. And this is in scriptures, and I'm reading on. I'm going to go on. Now remember, they refer to them as angels. Here we go. The angel struck him on the side to waken him, and he said, "Quick, get up," and the chains fell off his wrists. Then the angel told him, "Get dressed and put on your sandals." And he did. "Now put on your coat and follow me," the angel ordered. So Peter left the cell, following the angel, but all the time he thought it was just a vision. He didn't realize it was actually happening. They passed the first and second guard posts and came to the iron gate leading to the city, and this opened for them all by itself. Okay, I'm going to stop there. This gate opened by the extraterrestrial powers. That's what happened, and that's what Peter's witnessing. But according to scriptures, everything's heavenly or godly, but they had no way of describing what's actually going on, so it has to be of God, according to them. Okay, and I'm going to close off here that one little section here. So they passed through the street, walking down the street, and then the angel suddenly left him. It just vanished. Okay, so this being, this extraterrestrial being, had helped him escape from prison, and then it vanishes. It just beams away. So it's, hey, I don't know how else to refer to this as, more like a Star Trek, where if you had Captain Kirk and Spock beaming into some place, and people, who are you? Where'd you come from? It's the same basic principles that was going on back then, except they had no way to rationalize this. And these sort of writings are all over scriptures. If you actually sit down and read them like I've done, because my mom told me to, she says, you really need to start reading these scriptures because you're going to find a lot of answers in there, because she has read them and things didn't make sense to her, and she told me this. She says, things just don't make sense to me in that Bible the way it's written, Michael. She says, some of it's not rational. She says, you're going to, some of the things that you're telling me, it sounds like there's things that are going on in the scriptures. My mom is correct. So she actually encouraged me to start studying this. So basically I did. I started studying every version I could of scriptures to find out answers. And there's just one passage after the other in scriptures of these events happening. So this isn't something new, these extraterrestrials or these otherworldly beings coming to this planet. This isn't something new. It's just a new understanding of what they actually are. Some people like to call them, well, angels and godly. They said themselves to me, they related to me that they were the angels our scriptures speak of. Okay, so that being said, they're both. They're otherworldly beings, according to them, extraterrestrial, aliens, any way you want to put it, ETs, and they are also what the scripture refers to as angels. So I just wanted to share that, and thank you for listening.